Okay, so now we are going to continue on the next part. We are still in case 1, which is your n is positive. We have already seen how to expand this binomial expansion by using the formula. You know, this is NCR. Your power of A must decrease. Your power of B has to decrease. Okay, so that is how we do binomial expansion. But what if I want to find, we have 1 plus 3x to the power of 6. I ask you to find the coefficient for x cubed. Okay, we know after we do the expansion, we know that the coefficient of x cubed is 540. But we are not going to do all those expansion, all this long formula just to get the coefficient of x cubed. Okay, so kita ada cara yang lain untuk kita mudahkan kerja kita. So that is how we do the r+1 term. Okay, that is what we call as r+1 term. Okay, so coefficient, tahu tak coefficient tu apa? Let's see if I have 210 x to the power of cube y to the power of 2. I say that find the coefficient of y square. So tutup y square. So apa yang tinggal tu ialah coefficient of y square lah. So coefficient of y square is 210 x cube. Okay, so what if I want you to find the coefficient of x cube? So tutup x cube. So the rest is the coefficient of 210 of x cube. Okay, faham ke? Berbelit-belit lidah. Okay, so now let's see how to find the r+1 term. So what is the use of this formula? Is first we want to find coefficient, as I said before. To find the coefficient of a term, or sometimes the question said that find the term independent of x. Okay, independent of x. So what is independent of x? That is x to the power of 0. Okay, so there is 3 steps how to use this formula. Okay, so you can see here is the formula. Tr+1 is equals to n cr a n minus r b to the power of r. This formula is not given in the exam, so please memorize. Okay, so there is 3 steps. First, you have to memorize the formula. The first one is we have to substitute your a, b and n into Tr+1 formula. Okay, so we have to memorize the formula lah. So the second step is we have to compare the term. Okay, compare term to find r. Okay, let's say if the question said find the coefficient of y to the power of 5, so you have to compare with y to the power of 5. So the last one is we have our r, because we have already find our r in step 2. So in step 3 you just have to substitute your r back r into formula Tr+1. Okay, very easy. First, substitute a, b, n into our formula, Tr+1 formula. We find r and then we substitute back r. Okay. But now you have to take note. Make sure the coefficient is in single term. Okay, kenapa? Apa benda yang maksud saya kat sini? Nanti kita akan tengok dalam soalan. Okay, let's see example 14. Find the coefficient of y5 and x6. So we know that the question like straight away find the coefficient. So we don't need to expand this. As you can see here, x plus y to the power of 9. Panjang sangat untuk kita gunakan formula ni. You can use this formula but it's too long. It is a waste of time. So we just use Tr+1 formula. Okay, so first we want to find the coefficient of y5. Okay, y to the power of 5. So the first step is we have to substitute a, b and n into Tr+1 formula. So basically here we have our a is equals to x, b is equals to y, our n is equals to 9. Okay, so substitute a, b and n into the formula. So here is the formula. So we will have Tr+1, we don't have our r yet. So now we will have 9 r. We still don't have our r. So we will have ax. Okay, here our a is x, so here it will be x. N minus r, so 9 minus r, so b is y to the power of r. Okay, so that is the formula. So if you can simplify, what I mean by you have to make your coefficient as single. Let's say if we want to find y to the power of 5, we have y here. Let's say if I still have y here, you have to make it single. Okay, kena gabungkan pakai indices lah. Okay, so that is your index rule. Okay, make it as simple as possible. So now ini dah paling simple, so we just move on to the step 2, which is we have to find our r. So we have the coefficient of y 5. Here y is single, so we will compare y to the power of 5 is equals to y to the power of r. So by using index rule, the base is the same, which is y. We will get r is equals to 5. Okay, so now step 3 is we have to substitute back our r into formula Tr+1. Just here we have Tr+1, our r is 5, so plus 1 we will get 6, which is this is T6. Okay, so now we will have 9r, which is r is 5. Here we will get x, 9 minus 5. Here we will get y, 5. Okay, so this is what we want, right? Y to the power of 5, the coefficient of y to the power of 5. So we just calculate here, 9c5, we will get 1 to 6. So x to the power of 4, y to the power of 5. Okay, the question said find the coefficient of y5. So this one kita tutup. So what we have left with is 1 to 6 x to the power of 4. Make sure you write your conclusion. Coefficient of y5 is 1 to 6 x power 4. Okay, alright, so that is one thing. So kita tengok example sebelah pula, which is the other thing is the question asked to find x to the power of 6 dekat situ. Okay, masih lagi guna cara yang sama. So the first step is we have to substitute into the formula, which is kita akan end up dengan formula yang sama lah. 3r+1 equals to 9r x 9 minus r y power r. Okay, so now this is the difference which we will compare x to the power of 6 with x to the power of 9 minus r. Okay, x to the power of 6 is equals to x to the power of 9 minus r. Okay, so in the index rule, the base is the same, so we can just compare our power. So we will get r is equals to 3. Okay, so now since we have our r back, we just substitute back into the formula. So r is equals to 3, so this is 3 plus 1, we will get T4 equals to 9 4 x 9 minus 3 y power 3. Okay, so 9c4 we will get 84 x power 5 y power 3. Okay, so since the question said find x to the power, sorry, this is 6 x power 6. Okay, since the question said find the coefficient of x6, so x6 kita tutup, so the rest yang tinggal ialah coefficient of x6. Coefficient of x6 is 84y cubed. Okay, so that is how we do the formula, that is how we use the formula of r. Susah lah. That is how we use the formula of r plus 1 term. Okay, let's see. The first thing is to find the coefficient. Let's say if the question said find the 6th term in the expansion, find the 6th term in the expansion. Okay, which is kita nak cari T6. Okay, since kamu tahu kamu nak cari T6, r kamu sepatutnya akan jadi, because we know that this is r plus 1. So if you want to find T6, your R must be equals to 5 lah. Okay? Okay, tak apa. Kalau tak faham lagi tak apa. Kita tengok the next example. Let's say example 15. Determine the terms independent of x. Okay, the question asks for the terms independent of x. So as I said before, independent of x means x to the power of 0. So this means x to the power of 0. So we are going to find the coefficient of x power 0. Which is, kamu tahu kalau x power 0 akan jadi 1 kan? Coefficient dia obviously akan dapat nombor sajalah, constant sahaja. But the step is all the same. Okay. First, we take out our a, b, n. A is x, b is 1 over x, n is equals to 8. Okay, now first step, just substitute into the formula. Apa formula dia? Hafal. Tr+1 equals to NCR A n minus r b power r. Okay, here's the formula. Okay, so next, first, as I said before, here you have to make your coefficient, your coefficient that you have to find in a single form. Okay, in a single form. As you can see, you have x here, you have 1 over x here. So we have to simplify first, because if you want to compare, your base must be single. Okay, tak boleh tak single. So you have to simplify first. So now we will have 8r x 8 minus r. So we know that this is x to the power of negative r. Okay, x to the power of negative r. So kita boleh tambahkan dia. Since dia darab dekat sini, so the power we can add up. So 8 minus r plus negative r. So we will have negative 2r. So see, your x is already single. Okay, x dah single. So now we can proceed to the next step, which is to find our r. So we can compare easily, which is we have x to the power of 8 minus 2r. Nak compare dengan apa? The question asks for independent of x, which is x to the power of 0. So we will compare x 8 minus 2r with x to the power of 0. So straight away we will get 0. R is equals to 4. Okay, so we have our R. Now substitute back into the formula. Okay, formula yang dah simplifykan ni, substitute R dalam formula yang dah disimplifykan. So we will get T 4 plus 1, we will get 5. T5 equals to 8 4 x 8 minus 2 times 4. Okay, obviously you will get x to the power of 0. So now 8c4 is equals to 70 x power 0. So the coefficient for, or we can say term independent of x, independent x is 70. Okay. Alright. So let's see last example. You can do it first, and then you can check your answer with me. Okay, as you can see from here, there is too many x's kat sini. Okay, x kamu betul-betul complicated, then we have to simplify lah. Kita kena simplify, kita kena singlekan dia jadi satu term. So we will have 10 cr. So here you will get x 20 minus 2r. Okay, now your index rules must be like master lah, power gila sepatutnya. Okay, so now this thing here we can separate, which is we can separate negative 3 and 1 over x square R. Betul tak? Kan? So, which means we will get negative 3 power R as well. Okay, by using the formula A, B power R, power M, you will get A, M, B, M. Betul tak? So, now negative 3 kita boleh keluarkan. Negative 3 power R. Okay. So, and then 1 over X square will be X to the power of negative 2R. Okay, boleh faham ke kat situ? Lagi sekali saya terangkan. Here, kita just expand the power because we have power lagi, and then we will multiply 20 minus 2R. So, for this one, we will separate negative 3R and 1 over X square R. Okay, kenapa saya letak negatif dekat sini? Sebab kita nak X satu sahaja. Kita nak X yang single. So, now we will have negative 3R. So, 1 over X square is X negative 2. So, you will get X negative 2R here. Okay. So, now we still have X and X here. So, we going to satukan dia. Satukan X kita. 20 minus 2R. So, kalau darab dekat situ, akan tambahlah the power. So, 20, which is minus 2R plus minus 2R, we will get minus 4R. Okay. So, negative 3R akan duduk bawah lah. Akan duduk belakang lah. Duduk depan pun boleh. Mana-mana dia nak duduk. Okay. So, next. Now, we can proceed to step 2, which is we can compare. Step 2. Remember, we want to find the term independent of X, which is X to the power of 0. So, our X here dah satu term semua. So, we will have X 20 minus 4R equals to X to the power of 0. So, we will have 20 minus 4R equals to 0. R is equals to 5. So, last step is just substitute back into the formula that we already simplify, which is this one, the last one here. So, we will get 10 T apa? T5 ke T6? T6, because we have R plus 1 kan? So, equals to 10C5 X 20 minus 4, 5, negative 3, 5. Okay. 10C5, you will get 252. X obviously akan 0. X to the power of 0 ialah 1. Negative 3 to the power of 5, you will get negative 243. Betul ke? Betul. Okay. So, and the coefficient for term independent of X is negative 61, 236. Okay. Okay, so that is how you do, that is how you find the term or the coefficient of one expansion. Okay, so that is how you find the coefficient or term of an expansion. Okay, satu term yang kita nak sahaja by using R plus 1 formula. Okay.